Hello, everybody. Hold on, take two. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to the MindCrack server. Here I am for the first time returning since the UltraHardcore series. As promised, today I'd like to do a retrospect, a look back, a overview, a personal reflection on the UltraHardcore series. But first of all, I want to thank everybody, all my new subscribers. I just passed 40,000 subscribers. That's insane. And I have all of that, if not all of it, most of it, if not all of it, to thank for the UltraHardcore series and the publicity gained from that. I'm glad everybody seemed to enjoy my perspective of the series. I have returned to find that there are gigantic obsidian peni throughout the house here. Dave stopped by. Where is my castle? I don't understand that reference. I don't think I have a diamond pickaxe. It looks like I am going to be... Yeah, I don't think I have a diamond anything. No. Nope. I can still break them, but they'll take 2,000 years. Okay, well I guess we'll have to live with the phallic obstructions there. I still haven't taken these welcome gifts down. These were here when I had just first laid the foundation. I hadn't done anything yet. Pause gave me the diamond, and then Ethel came and gave me iron and gold. And then Baj and Pause came back to give me a gigantic obsidian wang. Oh god, there's another one out here. Awesome! Oh, and there's one, sort of, half of one, a stubby one up there. I was gonna say, they missed an opportunity if they got some pink wool. I'm just waiting for somebody to put like a nipple on the top of the observatory dome up there. But they missed that opportunity. Now that I've mentioned it, it's old news and nobody can do it. And this door keeps popping off. Why does that keep happening? But yeah, for all my new subscribers, I'm sure you might have seen it in passing in other MindCrackers videos, that this is my first and only house here. I'm kind of a new member to the MindCrack community. This is a observatory for astronomy, the MindCrack Royal Observatory this is. So yeah, here it is. All these doors keep popping off. Fix your game, Jeb. Yeah, but as I logged in once already, but all my sounds weren't working for some reason. So I don't know what was up with that, so I had to log back in, and now they're working again, so... but yeah, I don't think I even have any wood either. I'm really behind everybody else. Obviously, I don't come on here as often as some other people. Maybe I should start coming onto this server a little bit more often, I think. I guess I gotta go out and... Do I have it? I need to get another pickaxe, or an axe. I kind of came on, I built this place. It's kind of cool. I kind of modeled it after... Oh, speaking of new members, there's a new member. Zistu has joined the server. I watched a few of his first videos, and he's kind of sailed off and is kind of making up his own area because he'd like to do some caving. That's something I really haven't done. I kind of built this on the fly with what supplies I had. I did have to find a lot of clay to obviously make it out of brick. But what was I saying? Yeah, it's kind of modeled after... I was looking for a small, kind of an old-style observatory. I kind of modeled it after the Cincinnati Observatory. I've never been, but I've seen pictures, and that's what I'm basing it off of. But yeah, now there's a giant penis on it. But yeah, the Cincinnati Observatory is just kind of a simple brick building like this, and a white dome. So it's here for all sorts of professional astronomical observations. Frickin' Enderman. Future home. Well, it's the current home, so let me do that. And I have to properly put a sign up. Boop, boop. Where should I put it? I suppose right here, and then I'll put a mailbox over there when I get a chance. Boop, boop. Welcome to the MindCrack Royal Observatory. Observatory, that's how you spell it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know how much more I want to do with this, to be honest with you. I know there's interior I could be doing in the basement, but I'm not much of a builder. I'm more of an adventurer and explorer. Something I have been thrown about and considering is now that the world height limit is much larger than it was before, making some sort of large structure. I'm located here in Chicago, so I was thinking maybe like a Sears Tower type of deal. I would make it all out of cobblestone simply because I have so much. And it'd be a pain in the ass to find a bunch of black wool or obsidian to make things. Let me bring this with. What was I coming in here for? I don't remember. There's a sign. Whatever. I guess I'll do that. I don't know what I'm going to do today, but I do know that I need to talk about the UltraHardcore series. Everybody kind of had a little bit of time to post their thoughts, and I certainly appreciate Guude at the end of his video. He did kind of a recap, and he said how he thinks my videos were the best, or had the most action, stuff like that, and despite the fact that he technically beat me in the end there, he killed me, or a creeper killed me, I guess. He thinks overall I had a great series. I want to get rid of all this. This was just here to hold me over at the beginning. But this is probably the crappy way to get rid of a farm, but I am doing it. I'm also going to get rid of this water, but I'll do that later. But yeah, I certainly appreciate Guude's kind words. That final battle certainly was exciting, despite the fact that I got lost a little bit. And yeah, and that's the thing with retrospect and everybody commenting on these videos. At the time, this was the first time we, or anybody, had played a PvP UltraHardcore series, so we were just going by the seat of our pants, and we certainly had no idea at the time what everybody else was up to and what everybody else's thought process and strategies were. So while in retrospect some decisions that I or other people made might have seemed like bad ideas, at the time it seemed like the best idea in the world because we had no idea what the hell we were doing. So yeah, that's how that went. And even with that final battle with Guude, I obviously could have been more, a little bit more, and I even mentioned this at the end of my videos, a little bit more daring, I guess, a little bit more bold. I could have run up towards him and tried to get my wolves to spawn up on top of his tree or something like that he was hiding out on, but that was pretty smart on his part to hide in a tree. And what else was I going to say? I mean, I didn't realize how low on health he was, especially after that last shot. That was an amazing shot. That was as I was falling off the tree. I let go. If you watch the video side by side, the last shot I get on him, I was falling off of a tree, I let go of my bow, and I guess I let go of shift and fell off a tree. I went down to half a heart, and then that shot landed, and he went down to half a heart. Oh, that was for the Christmas tree. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, I had a lot of fun on that, and now let's just go around and find all the peni. I had a lot of fun doing that, and we haven't, despite rumors and whatnot, we have not yet recorded the next season of... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go around and repair this road. I have a bunch of wooden half slabs for my building, and I know Endermen have done a pretty good number on this city, so I'm going to do some minor repair work, just because I said I don't know what I'm going to do after this observatory. But yeah, see, I don't have any notes for this. I'm just going off the top of my head as I'm commenting on the UltraHardcore series. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can go down the line. I mean, the first episode, obviously, I got off to a crappy start. Me and Doc spawned in the middle of the ocean, which is ironic, because I've been having a lot of problems spawning worlds and ending up in the middle of the ocean. So much so that I created a series out of it, Castaway. But yeah. I guess there's not much else I don't have any... There, okay. Let's repair some roads, guys. I guess I should grab some cobble while I'm at it. Okay. Yeah, I ended up in the middle of an ocean, and a lot of you know, Doc found his land, and then we started the tournament, I guess. And I was still swimming, and then as I was closing Skype, I obviously let go of my keyboard and ended up taking half my life away from fall damage, or not fall damage, from drowning damage. And a lot of you guys were saying, oh, you should speak up and say you weren't ready yet, or something like that. And what you may not know about me is I'm incredibly shy and introverted and very sheepish in such situations. An actual bear could have walked into my office and started to maul me, and I probably wouldn't have mentioned it to the guys over Skype. So that's just the way I am. I suppose in the future, if such things happen, I will definitely speak up. And that's the thing. Guude and everybody was nice enough to say, okay, we haven't even begun yet, and he's lost half of his life. That's not exactly the way we wanted things to start. So they allowed me to get half my life back, or yeah, get my whole life back by giving me 3 golden apples, and that was very helpful. And then I was back on my feet and on with a good start. I suppose, what else was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. That was kind of the first episode, and I was kind of going at it. The only experience I've had that's similar to that is I did the Fast Start Speed Challenge, which was invented by Brian, Lorgon 111. And with that speed challenge, you just have to get a full set pickaxe, shovel, axe, and sword of diamond tools, and then a full set of iron armor as quick as possible. And I did that in 26 minutes, so I figured if I can go with that mindset. Obviously, I'm a little bit more reserved because I don't want to get into too much trouble with bad guys or the bad mobs. If I go with that mindset and just, speed, that would get me a good spot, and it certainly did. I got the iron armor all pretty quick, and went on from there. So that was the first couple episodes for me. I didn't really think of the dogs until the second episode. I really didn't, that really wasn't part of my original game plan. Obviously, after the fact, I'm like, hey, yeah, if people hit me or attack me, then my dogs will attack them. And I'm like, that kind of became a strategy. So that was kind of interesting. I mean, it went along with my character, I guess, because in my series Far Lands or Bust, I have Wolfie McWolfington, Esquire Jr. III, and he is a longtime companion, so even though I find the wolves and other animals' companions to be rather annoying, that worked out very well for me. And yeah, even though they were kind of glitchy, I don't know if that's a multiplayer glitch or what. What's supposed to be here? One of these? No, that doesn't make sense. Probably a cobblestone block. Get right there. That doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I guess that is a cobblestone block. Okay. Just doing my repairs, don't mind me. So yeah, the wolves obviously came in handy. And I guess I could talk about the run-in with Paws. I had no idea. If you look at his footage, it's hilarious because he just sees my name bouncing around like an idiot. I wasn't holding shift. Holding down shift wasn't a big priority for me, obviously. I really didn't think of that too much. And then, so yeah, he was watching me bounce around, and then if you simultaneously watch my footage, just because I'm chasing after chickens and stuff, I don't even know he's there. At first, when I first saw that, I obviously saw the torches, so I'm like, okay, somebody has been here. I never imagined that somebody actually was still there. And the timing was, for everything, for running into Paws and then running into Beef, was just, you couldn't have scripted that. That was just crazy. Paws just got back from the Nether after he killed Etho. Oh, that ain't right. No, that's supposed to be a full block. After he killed Etho, and then he just happened to come back, and he didn't even have a chance to heal himself or anything. He had... Wait a minute, I did this wrong, apparently. No, that's probably right. He didn't even have the chance to use all that gold that he had to make a golden apple and heal himself. So, I mean, it was all just so perfectly timed. And then, yeah, and then, like, at first I saw the wooden slabs, the wooden blocks, and I thought it was a mine shaft at first. So I think the comment I made was, oh, I hope I can get some string here, because I thought it was a mine shaft I ran up onto. But apparently it was just, he placed that so he knew where his house was. And then, what else happened? Yeah, and then I It was just luck of the draw. I just happened to turn the corner facing the direction he was in. I saw that open corner. I didn't realize... Oh, hey, that guy glitched out. Ow! Sharpness. Sharpness 1. Yeah, I haven't done any really major enchanting or XP farming. This apparently used to be chickens, but not anymore. Oh. Yeah, and then, what's going on over here? I don't think I really... People have pretty much abandoned this area. This is kind of the, unused portion of the MindCrack server. I've never been up in the windmill. But yeah, that, and then, yeah, I was just kind of hanging out, and I was throwing kind of junk away, and that was one of the problems with getting... Oh, I don't know what this does. With getting Paws's stuff, is my inventory was really filling up too much, and I had to place down a bench, what are those things called? A chest, and figured that out, and then I just tossing stuff down the stairs, not just, just minding my own business, and that was the point where I think oh, hello, I got a little bit too ahead of myself, a little bit too sure of myself. I thought I was doing good, so I'm like, okay, I'll kind of sit here and be happy with what I've done, and find my stuff, and then whoa, and then Beef was able to come up behind me. But then I heard him, I mistakenly said I heard the experience balls, but I actually heard him pick up the items I had tossed down the stairwell, which I guess, in retrospect, is actually a pretty good early warning system to just, randomly, throw junk around the perimeter of your house every 5 minutes so that it doesn't despawn, and then, once you hear that this noise, when you hear that noise, that means somebody has come by with an open inventory slot who's picked it up. So that was luck on my part as well, and of course Beef coming through the portal accidentally. He got transported to Paws's portal, and then ended up right underneath me. His video was pretty hilarious. That was great to watch, just his reactions. He was freaking out. But yeah, and then the whole thing with the lava, that's another thing. In retrospect, I could have acted differently and just hit him once with the sword or the shovel or anything, and my dog would have gone after him. Of course, the dog probably would have burned up in the lava, but yeah, that's, that was just fun. And then I ran. I basically just ran. That creeper, I had no idea, obviously, that Beef was running away from me, so I was kind of just back and making sure that he was away, and then, seeds. And then he was kind of digging his way back to me. But of course, I really wasn't, not having played... What is this? Not having played, much PvP, wasn't really depending on seeing other people's names through the walls and stuff, so I didn't really see him where he was. Of course, he was holding shift the entire time as well. But yeah, and then that creeper blew up my dog, blew up Ace, and then, what in the world is this place? And then, I was down to like 2 hearts or something, then running away, and then that stupid spider almost got me, so I was in full-on panic mode. So yeah, that was funny, and then I had to make my hasty escape over the top of the trees, and then Beef eventually did find that and have the reaction I expected him to. What the hell is this? What is these structures in the sky? So, yeah, that was, I guess, the climax of the whole, oh, I think I passed it up. Yep. The whole UltraHardcore series. And like I said, you can't script that. That's just amazing that happened. But yeah, but then from there it was just kind of recovering. I suppose in retrospect, oh, hello. Don't blow up. I'm actually trying to fix this land. Look at all those mobs. Alright, just screw you. Gig. And then I was, what was I doing? What was I saying? I was saying the UltraHardcore, blah, blah, blah. See, now I've totally lost my train of thought. Oh, after that, oh yeah, I was going to say, I think my first step, aside from, I think I did pretty good at the beginning, but I think I should have spent more time looking for a way to get a bow and arrow. Because if you can get range shots on your enemies, that's far better than... Whoa, what the hell was that? Oh, is this kind of one of these daytime, nighttime things that like BOO has? Yeah, I think so. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then, you know, because obviously when I went up against Paws, we got in a sword fight, and that took half my life. So it's much more preferable to be distance away from your enemy than going up head to head like that. Then, for those of you who don't know, Zistu his skin is a zombie pigman, so a lot of we now refer to them as his people. Where was I going with this? But yeah, and then you know, it was basically from the get-go. I kind of realized that the map, which was 2000 by 2000, it was a good size. I think things obviously worked out well, but once you got down to 4, 3, and then 2 people, there was no way you were going to find each other. So I think it was a good idea that Guude said for us to meet at 0-0. I suppose what I should have done, once again, I'm not speaking up, what I should have done, because I was out at 900 or something, I should have said, okay, let's meet at 0, you know, 400 or something like that, kind of a halfway point, because he kind of had a time to kind of scope out the land and set up, which was fine. It's not like it wasn't cheating or anything, whatever, but yeah, I suppose that would have made things a little bit more interesting, so we would have more or less accidentally found each other, as opposed to kind of setting up a fight. But that final fight was pretty exciting. I wish it didn't start snowing. That was really annoying for me. And I was still recording that on my old computer, so I didn't quite have the best frame rate, and, you know, because I was recording at the same time. So now, this time, I should have a pretty good handle on things. But yeah, then the final fight kind of happened. I mean, I don't know what I can say about that, other than it happened, and then a creeper blew me up. But yeah, I mean, he obviously had me outmatched, because he had all his health and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, there was nothing wrong with the way Guude was playing it. He was expecting it to take much longer than just the one recording session. Hey, stop. I've already trampled you. Go away. Stop re-soiling yourself. Soiling yourself. And yeah, and I guess... what was I going to say? And that was another thing. I really haven't ever had a 3-hour recording session. So by the end of it, you probably noticed that I seem like I'm getting a little bit tired, or I was getting a little bit quiet. It's because I was. I'm not used to recording that long, so I guess my wits probably weren't about me. I mean, it was probably about midnight my time or so. Obviously not as bad as what Doc and Bash had. It was like 5 a.m. for Doc by the time he ended up dying. But, ooh, don't get trapped under the ice. But yeah, that, I'm not used to that. So, the more and more I do these things, I suppose I'll get used to them. And, yeah, like I said, we have yet to record the next season. So anything you may have heard so far, everything, you know, things might change. Oh god, I'm drowning to death. Oh god, I'm going to drown. I'm going to die. Oh, phew. That would have been embarrassing. So yeah, we'll obviously be looking forward to putting those stuff up when we do record them. Whatever different sort of format there is. I know people are suggesting teams or this and that. I know we certainly want to, at least if we try other things for a while, we want to eventually go back to doing the every man for himself stuff. I was looking for dirt. Just because that's kind of a cool format. It gets everybody a bunch of, you know, everybody has a chance to view everything from everybody's different angle, which always helps. Which is something that I think was unique about this series. You know, a lot of other co-op or multiplayer series is that, you know, you end up watching one person's view and, you know, you've pretty much watched everybody's view. So, and yeah, it was a really good idea from Guude, once again, who is also partially responsible for bringing us Race for Wool. So this is yet another thing out of the mind of Guude and the MindCrack folk. So yeah, certainly look forward to the next season. I know there's stuff that I wanted to talk about that I'm sure I'm forgetting to talk about. And yeah, it's just, in comparing it to Race for Wool, or at least the Race for Wool experience I just had with the KGBs, where we did the Reddit tournament, and I mentioned this also in a Farlands or Bust episode, but the thing about what the UltraHardcore had that, say, the Race for Wool Reddit tournament doesn't have is that we're all friends, and in situations where within the first 30 seconds I did drown and lose half my health, you know, they came through and were like, hey, let's give you back your health so you can actually have a proper, fair match here. You know, and these are all people, even though I, you know, we kill each other, it's, you know, we're all having a good time. It's just a fun game. So, what do I want to do? I want to replace those doors up there. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I haven't really been playing around much. Does it make a dark brown door? Okay, good. That would suck. I don't know if I agree with that too much. But yeah, I mean, that's what versus doing, say, the Reddit tournament Race for Wool thing. We don't know who we're going up against. We could care less, really, and, you know, it's the last time we see the people because they're knocked out, or we're knocked out in this case. So, yeah, I don't know if they have their format quite right there in the Reddit tournament. Oh, well, I won't go on about that. I've already talked about that, but yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to continuing to experience the MindCrack stuff here, and like I said, perhaps I gotta start coming on here more frequently. I don't know what the hell to do with this place. I think it's done, really. I've got my spiral staircase. I've got the observatory. I'm not going to be building a telescope, although I guess we have a telescope. Nah, it's ready to go. Oh Lord. But yeah, I'm not going to be building a telescope because at that point it just becomes more about kind of sculpture than actually functionality. I like kind of just standing here and watching the stars go by, which unfortunately we can't do because it's in the middle of the day right now. But yeah, I don't know what to do with this place. I'm pretty much deeming it done. And I mean, I could get all fancy with making piston stuff or having the basement or in the first floor here like an enchanting table and stuff, but I really don't care much for enchanting. And like I said, I don't know, with the new height limit, maybe I could make some sort of Sears Tower type thing somewhere else. I think it would be really cool to just be walking along and then seeing this giant skyscraper, or even being up in the skyscraper and being able to see around. I know I got a lot of suggestions to make space-related stuff because I'm into space. You know, like a launch pad with a space shuttle on it or something like that. But once again, I think building like a space shuttle type of thing, it becomes more sculpture than a building. I mean, it's really hard. You can't really get inside the thing if it's on the launch pad and stuff. So I kind of want to stay away from sculpture. You know, Santa is really the only sculpture we have on this server. And it still needs to be burned down with the quickness. But stop. What is going on here? Stop doing that. Hey! There's not even water under that. Why is it... Go away, sir. But I did have ideas. I mean, people suggested I could make, like, the Kennedy Space Center. It'd be really cool, especially with the new height limit, to make, like, the VAB, which is the big white building. Of course, it's a big white building. I need a lot of white wool or snow or something. Or a launch pad or something like that. But I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I'm just throwing it out there. I've already seen other videos and pictures on the Minecraft forums of people doing this, but like right up at the sky limit, like make a space station. I don't know. That sounds kind of fun. I'm still tossing around the idea. I don't know how realistic it could be because I'd like it to be small, but also I'd like it to so that you could be inside of it. So, ooh. So really, the biggest it would be on all sides. Oh, you know, each of the modules, hey, would be like, you know, this big, and it would just be, you know, a series of tubes. A series of tubes. You know, and I don't know if I'd model it after the actual International Space Station or what. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about that. I don't know. Again, that's kind of bordering on the sculpture side. Although I guess it would be kind of cool to make some sort of minecart rocket system in order to launch yourself up into the space station. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool to have right at the sky limit, and then we'd have little windows, a little cupola on the side, so we can look down on the planet Earth, on the MindCrack planet. So I don't know. Still thinking about it, what I want to do. Who knows? We'll see. But I do know that I need to get back on this server more often, just to do things and hang out and be part of the community. Be a friendly chap. But yeah, I guess this episode has gone on long enough. I appreciate it. Oh god, I just saw that. Oh, I apologize, everybody. That's just not right. I mean, Santa already was, when I first joined the server, he was out and in the open. So, I don't know what's going on there. I need to get I guess I should just break these diamonds and make a diamond pickaxe so I can break these things down, but, I don't know, I guess I've stalled and rambled long enough that the sun is setting, so let's watch the moon rise from the observatory. Get out of the way. Let me actually change the brightness, because this place looks best when it's moody and dark. So yeah, let's watch the stars come out. See the sunset from this side. If this were real life, we'd see Venus, and, well, Jupiter's getting pretty close to the sun. Venus, and then Mars rising on the other side. Oh, we can watch the sunset through whoever house's this is. I honestly don't know whose house this is. Indeed, sunset. Did I say sunrise? Sunset. Let's see when the stars start coming out. Getting that weird pixely effect with the sky as it gets darker. And the moon should start to rise. Let's get inside and get dark adapted. Here come the stars. There's the, it's kind of like Gemini there. What did I call that? I called that something before. The twin creepers or something? I don't remember. I know the cave spider is right there. But yeah, it's a full moon, so it's totally ruining our dark adaptation to the dark skies. But yeah, here we are, ending off this episode in the Observatory Dome. I appreciate you watching, and I once again appreciate everybody's support and subscribing from the MindCrack UltraHardcore series. And I really appreciate you guys, all the messages you say on how much you enjoyed those videos of mine and of everybody's who was involved in that. And like I said before, I look forward to Season 4 of the MindCrack UltraHardcore series. My name is Kurt. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time.